Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Sentinel.
Welcome back to the Sentinel, and thank you for continuing to tune in to the Sentinel. And you can share your thoughts on Facebook. Our Facebook page is the Sentinel Show /KTS. You can also share your thoughts on the number on your screen. You can SMS in and share your thoughts. Now, we're still talking about Korfball. I have here Theo and Harriet, and Theo is the one who came from Netherlands with the sport. So we'll still talk about some of the things that are found, the qualities, the rules and the officiating of Korfball. Now, before we go there, can you tell us some of the plans you have as the Moi University fraternity, and maybe even continental or even national? Yeah.
Okay, when Theo first came to Kenya, that was on Saturday when we started our training. We came up with a committee, the students committee, who will be in charge of the game. And some of the plans we were thinking about is coming up with a constitution, and okay, you know how a normal organization works. So we are planning to go to universities, but first we have to start with here, Moi University. We want to train more people, because like right now we're just 70 people, 70 players. So we just have to introduce to other students in the campus who will be comfortable with playing the game. And then from there we're now going to grow, as he said, like it's just like a seedling as it grows to...
You're going to high schools?
High so we'll start going to high schools, and we were planning to go to St. Catherine's cases and the schools around Moi University. And then after that we will start going to our satellite campuses, to Kitale campus, Nairobi, and then to other universities. And then now from there we can come up with tournaments and competitions.
Okay, you came with the sport and introduced it here. Do you also support it in a way?
How I do support it in a way?
Funding and maybe...
What we did, yes, I do it, but not only by giving the courses. That's also a kind of funding. But what we did, we brought the equipment. So we brought 4 cores and 10 balls. So because the basic equipment you need to start up. But it's also a start, it's really a startup, and it can also be to the committee that they are making course, for instance, by themselves. We have the formal course we play with. They're yellow of plastic, strong plastic. But when you want to go to train and you want to spread, those plastic cores are expensive. And then what you can do is that you make cores by yourself, for instance from metal. And what we do then, we support by giving drawings how you can make those cores, but also again other equipments. For instance, we also brought shirts, so we play with shirts, so we can see when we have a match who is in what team. Otherwise you don't know who is an attacker and who is a defender, and that's really a big problem at that moment. That's the way we do it. And the International Korfball Federation supports also, and that can be in several ways. It can be, but it's always after a grant apply of the national organization. So therefore it's very important the committee starts up a national organization for education or material, equipment or so on. So,
can you tell us about the ball itself? How is the ball?
The ball, we play normally when we play with the grown-ups with a size 5 ball. As you know, all balls in sports are standardized. So the size 5 ball is the same as we use at volleyball and at football, soccer, but the difference is always the weight. So when you have a korfball ball, it's about 50 grams heavier than a soccer ball. So, and when you compare it a korfball ball and a volleyball ball, it's about the double of the volleyball ball, the weight.
In weight.
In weight, in weight.
Yeah. So Korfball is made in the Netherlands.
Yes.
It's a game that actually originated in Netherlands. Now, can you tell us something about the rules of the game and the officiate?
Yes. Korfball is played by, as I said, by 8 boys and 8 girls during a match, 4 in each team. Yeah. So 2 boys and 2 girls of a team are in the attack, and 2 boys and 2 girls are in the defense. They play together, and their main goal is to score the maximum goals. So the winner is always the team has made the most goals. In most sports that is. So also in Korfball. It's not allowed to walk with balls, it's not allowed to dribble with balls, because we want to have the passing of the balls, so they have to play together. Because they are not allowed to walk with the balls, they are forced to play together to get in a scoring position. Everyone is allowed to score, boys and girls, on every place in the field. It's not allowed to push away other people. Holding off is not allowed. Heavy physical faults are not allowed. And it doesn't matter if it's men, women, women, or boy, girl, girl, boy situation. It's all the same. We are playing on a field that has the size of 40 by 20. 40 by 20 and 40 by 20, and it's 2 zones, and we have to stay, those players has to stay in that zone. If they step on the line or outside the line, it's a foul.
It's a foul.
Yeah.
Okay. When we were watching the clip, when you showed me the clip of the game, there was a part where the opponent, I think, it's always a person of the same gender, is it?
Yes, yes. That's also one of the things that each person has his personal opponent, and it's of the same gender. And what they are going to try to do is that the defender tries to follow the attacker everywhere on the field. And in that way try to prevent the passing or getting the ball and prevent shooting. And they are allowed to try to intercept the ball if possible, but if they are focused on the ball, they lose the focus on their opponent. And in that situation, that opponent says thank you,
you score,
and he scores.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. As we come to the end of the show, you have already undertaken a first exercise.
Yeah.
Can you tell us briefly something about it?
The exercise was good. Yeah. At least I have learned how to score as much as it is very high. Yeah. And also, okay, the rules are not so tough. Okay, it's the first time we are getting adjusted, and they're very simple. The game is very simple. Yes.
It's quite easy to understand.
Yeah, it's very easy to understand. Yeah.
All right. The last thing, tell us about the championships and the structures of Korfball.
Okay, as I said, Korfball is played at this moment in 67 countries. On 5 continents, and each continent has its continental championship for seniors. We have also championships for youth and juniors, so on several ages. But let's talk about the grown-ups, the seniors. Then we have continental championships, and we have a world championship. World championship is once in the 4 years. So next world championship will be in 2019, and it will be in Africa, in South Africa, in Durban. So perhaps Kenya can qualify, and the qualifying matches, so continental matches, will be in 2018. On the World Championship, the final rounds, 16 countries will participate, and only the winners of the continental championship will go to the World Championship. And the number of countries of each continent depends on the number of participating countries in the preliminaries. So if, for instance, Africa, just 5, and I hope it will be more, just 5 countries participate in the preliminaries, there's only one will be going to the World Championship. If we go till about 10, there will be 2 countries. So that's the way it works. That's it's every 4 years. And besides of that, it's also that korfball is played on the World Games, because korfball is also an Olympic sport. It's not played on the Olympic Games, but it's an Olympic sport. And the World Games is the tournament for all sports. Those are Olympic, but not on the Olympic Games. So also every 4 years korfball is played on the World Games, and next World Games will be next year in Wrocław in Poland. So, and there also will be korfball.
Alright. What's the future of korfball?
The future of korfball, is that we will continue and we will grow, but we also will have a sustainable situation. So it's not just for growing, but we also want to have stable situations in organization, because when you have countries who has no organization at all, then you must say we don't continue over there. And the International Korfball Federation also do this. So on the last general meeting of the International Korfball Federation, it was said that some countries who were not having a national competition and were not active, they were cut off the list. So that's why we have 67 countries, otherwise we should have about 75 countries. So it's also up to the national organizations to continue working on it. But I'm sure in Kenya it will be, because your people, the people here, are very enthusiastic.
Yeah, they love sports.
And they're keen, and they love sports, yes.
Yes. Thank you very much. We hope that korfball will grow and maybe even influence other people to want to participate in it. Thank you very much. Thank you, Harriet. Thank you, Theo. It's been wonderful. I wish we had much more time to talk about this, but at least we get a sneak preview on what korfball is all about. We've come to the end of tonight's show. Remember, this is the Sentinel. You can catch it on Facebook, or Facebook page, the Sentinel Show /KTS, and share your thoughts also on the SMS line that's on your screen. Until next time, have a good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Sentinel.